Okay, we're gonna make a left turn. Notice the little dots on the right. That means this lane's leaving. Also, it has the arrow in the word only. I'm looking at the car moving in front of me. They're from a different state. So I always give them a little extra space because I figure as a defensive driver that they don't know where they're going. They don't know the roads. Also, I stop so I can see that cars in front of me, their tires touch the road at the bottom of my windshield. Okay, they're moving 1001, and see how they hit their brake? That's why you count that second after they start to move, because usually a car hits their brake within a second and a half of moving. If they're going to hit their brake, they hit their brake again. That's why you don't accelerate when their brake lights go out. You accelerate after that car starts accelerating. Okay, there's my 1001. Now I can move. I've got the extra space, and I will not run into the back of that car. Now I keep it my space. Okay, we're getting closer, and I may not make the light because there's their brake lights again. And then I just look at their tires. I slow up, and I stop so I can see their tires touch the pavement or the road. Right there. And now I just wait for the light. Now as I'm waiting for the light, I'm scanning the intersection. I'm looking for any pedestrians, any special signs, and I'm looking at the path I'm taking. So I'm analyzing the intersection. I'm also watching the cars coming at me because there's a little median there, but there's no wall, nothing to keep the cars from coming over that median. So I always watch the cars coming at me where their tires are. Okay, so we're waiting for the light. We're gonna be making a left. The cars are moving now. 1001. There I go. There's my space. It'll keep me from running into the back of that car. Now when I accelerate, I don't accelerate as fast as the car in front of me. Now I'm staying to the left. Notice the little dots on my left. That lane's leaving. I'm going straight. Now look at the yellow diamond on the left. So my lane's leaving. I have to go into the right lane. Right signal's on, look over my shoulder, and come over gently because there was no car there. Now, I'm doing a long range scan. Notice how close those cars are. And like 3 of them were riding their brake already. The speed's 35, but those cars that are that close have no response time. Remember, it takes 4 seconds to respawn a human, 4 seconds to respond to what happens in front of them. So I have like a 4-second gap. With all these mature trees and all, you could have a deer come out, a car from a blind spot, but notice how they're all riding their brakes up ahead because they're following too close. Your first brake is actually your gas pedal. When you back off your gas pedal, your car slows down. You only use the brake if you have to. Now, those cars are going a little fast, so it's creating more distance for me. Okay, light turned yellow, have enough time to go through. We'll talk about that in another video. Always look at the yellow diamonds. Watch for turning vehicles, which means there are no right turn lanes to all these driveways. So when they slow down, if you see brake lights in front of a driveway, most people do not use signals. You have to assume the worst. So as a defensive driver, so assume they're going to turn into these driveways. That's just what you have to do. Now, if you look in the center of the lane, it's what I call discoloration. It's caused by the vehicles. That's where the center of my car is, where my license plate is, and my right hand. Okay, so my right hand is placed right in the middle of that discoloration. And all your main streets have that. Now I'm starting to brake based on my space. I'm creeping up slow, looking at their tires, and I stop. Okay, they're starting to move, 1001, and now I go. But I'm not accelerating quite as fast as them. I'm creating the space. Because remember, it takes a human 4 seconds to respond. So I want a 4-second gap. Okay, now I do a long range scan. There's my speed sign on the right, 35. And see the car in front of me is braking because they're tailgating the car in front of them, which you can't see because that car's too close. That SUV's too close. Now, I don't accelerate over the hill, I accelerate up, but at the top I back off because you can't see what's over a hill. So don't ever accelerate over a hill. You accelerate to the top. Now there's a school bus up ahead, couple cars. I'm staying back here. And see how they're braking? Because they're going too fast. So they have to constantly keep braking because those cars are too close. Now if you watch the SUV, they were weaving a little bit. Notice how their left tires are close to the yellow. That's another reason why I'm staying back. Because if the car coming at us comes to the yellow and they go to the yellow, that's your accident. So I'm just coasting. I'm keeping my foot by the brake. And you can see all the cars hitting their brake lights up there because they're going too fast. Now, we're going into a small town, small shopping area for this area. The speed's going to drop to 25. So there's your yellow diamond on the right. That's warning you that the speed's going to change. Now if you look up at the right up ahead on the right, the white sign with the 25, that's where your speed changes. So now the speed's 25. So I just back off my gas pedal. The hill slows me down. We have the right of way over that car waiting to make a left. And we just move it about 25, somewhere around 25, pretty close to it. And see, there's the brake lights, so I just start to slow down. I have response time, so it's not a hard stop. Okay, they're starting to move, 1001, and then I start to accelerate a little more. So we're looking up ahead. Here's the little town. Scanning the intersection, lights green. I'm watching the wheels of the car on the right. They're staying still. There's my 25. I'm building my 4-second gap, watching the car coming from the right and the car waiting to make a left. Everybody stayed still, so I'm free to go because I had the right of way. Now, I'm going to brake just a little bit. And there's the speed sign, 35. Also, by staying back here, not only do I have the time to respond, but I can see everything that's happening up ahead. So now I'm doing a long range scan. It's bumper to bumper all the way down this road. So there's no sense in going over the speed. If anything, we'll have to slow down and go under the speed because of the amount of cars. Now, if you look at that car in front of us, their license plate, notice their license plate is right above the discoloration when they're centered. That means the center of the car is right in the center of the lane. Speed's 35. Now, if the car's coming at me, I watch their tires and look how they're situated in their lane. If they get close to the yellow, I will slowly move over by the white line on the right. So what a new driver should do is when you have a car that you're going to be driving all the time, take your car to a parking lot. Line up your right tires 6 inches from that white line. get back in your car and find a reference point on your dash. It could be your windshield wipers, anything on your dash that lines up with that white line. That way, when you go over by the white line, you know when you're about 6 inches from the white line. You know your position. A lot of new drivers, they panic as they go over to the right side of the road. But you want reference points. 3 things about driving: your spacing, your reference points, and your speed. That's what I'm judging everything right now, based on the cars in front of me, my spacing, the speed of the road. Because remember, the infrastructure of the road is designed for that speed. I'm always checking my side, up ahead, red light. So the light's flashing, I'm braking, and then I'm letting up gently and creeping up slow. Okay, I'm looking at their tires, and I have to see them touch the road, so I'm going to stop right there. And that's the end of the class tonight. Have a great day.